My colleague Mihika spoke to the chairman of SAIL, Mr. Amarendu Prakash, about this and also about the outlook of the commodity. Listen into that conversation.
You know, the latest development is a 12% safeguard duty, something that the industry was awaiting since last year. But my first question to you is 12% enough?
Good afternoon, Mehika. It's a very well deliberated step, and as you have heard, the announcement is for a provisional duty for 200 days only. So it is based on provisional data analysis by the government. We are hopeful that as the government analyzes the data and looks at all the aspects of it, we can see a further revision in this, but we'll have to wait for that.
Okay, got it. So you're saying that there could be a revision upwards as and when, you know, more data comes into the picture.
Yes.
Got it. And you know, SAIL has been in focus because it's stated to be one of the biggest beneficiary of a safeguard duty because of your product and volume mix of flat steel products. What kind of uptick do you expect FY26 to see in terms of EBITDA with the safeguard duty now coming in?
As you can see, the margins for all steel players have been depressed over the past year because of this unfairly priced imports coming in. Our steel industry in India is quite robust and quite efficient. But we do face challenges when there is no level playing field. Some of these imports which are coming in are subsidized in terms of different ways in their own countries. And that is why we have been pleading for a level playing field. We are not asking for any protection as such. The current safeguard duties announced by the government take care of this to some extent. We will continue to have our efficiencies improving, and the steel industry will continue to be robustly looking for expansion. We feel that a certain amount of EBITDA improvement over the previous year is definitely possible. The numbers will be calculated the time to come.
Got it. One of the key benefits of the safeguard duty coming in earlier was, you know, a potential price hike. But we've seen domestic steel prices increase in the past several weeks, and now they are at an 18% premium to the import parity level. So overall, what's your outlook on pricing going forward for domestic steel?
As I mentioned in my last answer, the pricing that you see in the market is dictated by the global trade of steel, is dictated by various factors. So in a country, if the capacities are high and the local consumption is low, sometimes the steel travels across the world can be below cost also. So we have to take into account those factors while analyzing the whole data. The country has rightly taken a very deliberated step in line with WTO guidelines in imposing the current provisional safeguard duty. We hope that further data analysis will reveal the picture for them.
So do you expect domestic steel prices to stay at the current levels, or could we see them either, you know, inching up or inching downwards?
So, any correction to the prices is in line with the global cues also, as I mentioned. It is not just the safeguard duty which will decide the price. It will be based on global trade flows. We still have to see the whole impact of the US tariffs and which way the US tariffs will go. Because that will also dictate, it is not just about India or the Indian domestic market, but how the global trade flows of steel happen. So you see how Europe will react, how the Asian market will react to this, how Mexico and Canada get affected based on US duties. Whether US continues to import even with high duties, or whether there is some trade gets diverted towards Asia. So it's a question which will be settled over next few weeks as we come to know more about US tariffs and other things.
So, you know, while I have you with me, I know that you're not allowed to speak exact numbers of Q4, but could we get a sense of whether volume-wise and, you know, just your generic environment-wise, was it better than Q3, and what's your outlook for FY26?
So India growth story in terms of steel and infra is continuous. So we all have seen last 2 years, 13% growth in 23-24. And we are estimating about 10% growth in steel consumption in India in 24-25. So definitely we feel positive. This has improved over quarter. The last quarter, you know that imports were relatively checked as compared to the first 3 quarters. So definitely we have a positive outlook on the demand scenario as well as numbers.
And lastly, sir, the company does have ambitious capacity targets. And when do you expect this growth capex to start coming in? What could the outlook in terms of investments look for FY26?
So we are already in the market for the first 4 million ton, rather 7 million ton has already been announced, which is in the market. 3 million ton further, we are working on getting to the market in a few weeks' time. And the next 5 million ton is also being planned. So actual capex on the ground may start in a year from now, but the plans are already afoot.